Hello and welcome to First Academy. I'm Nitya, and in this video, we're going to be looking at what the DET is all about. So, what is the DET? The Duolingo English test, or the DET, is an English language test, just like the IELTS, the TOEFL, or the PTE, but with a slight difference. This is a test that you can take from the comfort of your home, or your workplace, or anywhere else, and at any time. No more waiting through traffic, or waiting in the line, or waiting too long for the results to come out. Because guess what? You will get your results in 48 hours. The test is accepted by several universities across the world. A word of warning though, as much as we love the test, check with the university or the school before you invest in the test. And did we tell you? The test isn't as expensive either. So, how is the test like? Well, for that, let's hear it from someone, or two, who has actually taken the test.
The Duolingo test has 11 question types. What are they? In the first question type, you have to record yourself saying a statement that has been presented to you on the screen. Remember, you have 20 seconds to read and record yourself speaking that sentence. If you do not click record now within that 20 seconds, the question skips and then you move on to the next question. The second question type is where you're asked to select the real English words in the list. In 1 minute, you need to select English words from a list of 18 words. Remember, not all the words are actual English words. The third question type is where you hear a statement and you're expected to type it down. You have 1 minute to do this. The statement comes in first and you're presented with a box. And if you want to hear the statement again, you can do it no more than 2 times after you hear it once. The next and possibly the most challenging question type in the Duolingo English test is where you have to type the missing letters from a text that is given to you. You have 3 minutes and you are presented with a short text with blanks. The first 1 or 2 letters of each word are given to you. You'd have to fill in the rest of the letters depending on the context of the text that has been presented to you. The next question type is probably again the easiest. You'd have to speak 1 word for each image that appears. You have 3 seconds per image. The next question type is an extension of the previous one, where you're expected to write 1 sentence or more for the image that has been presented to you. And once again, you have 1 minute per image. So the next question type in Duolingo is where you'd have to select the real English words that you listen to. You're given 9 words and you have 1.5 minute time wherein you can listen to the words as many times as you'd want. Remember, the accent can play a very, very important role. Words that you already know might sound like words that you haven't heard of before. So please be a little careful here. The next question type is something that will test your writing skills. A short question is presented to you and you'd have to answer the question in at least 50 words. You're given 5 minutes time. There is no choice of topic, and till you type those 50 words, you would not really be able to submit the answer and move on to the next question. The next question type is something similar. The only difference is you'd have to speak for at least 30 seconds on a topic that is presented to you on screen. Once again, you'd have to speak for at least 30 seconds. The total time for the task is 1.5 minutes. So the next question type is again a further extension. You're presented with an image and you're expected to speak for 30 seconds about that image. You'd have to describe whatever is given in that image. There is no other restrictions as such. The total time for this question is again 1.5 minutes. The next question type tests you on your ability to speak. You're presented with a question followed by 3 cue questions. You have a short time to prepare and look at these questions. The total time that you're allowed to speak for is 1.5 minutes, but the minimum time is at least 30 seconds. Technically speaking, this is where your test ends. The 2 other questions that are going to follow are going to be something that do not count towards the scoring of the test. These, however, are available for the institution that is accepting your scores. What are these? We'll be looking at them now. The two non-evaluated questions are 1, the interview, and 2, the writing sample. In the interview, you're given 30 seconds and 2 topics. You'd have to choose one of those 2. If you do not choose, the system will choose one of the topics for you. You'd have to speak for at least 1 minute, and you have up to 3 minutes to respond to this particular question. This is followed by the writing question. For the writing sample, you're once again presented with a choice of 2 questions. You have 30 seconds to choose. If you do not choose, the system will again choose for you. The time limit is between 3 to 5 minutes. Now, surprisingly, there is no word limit, so you can write as much as you'd want within that 3-minute or the 5-minute limit. So till the 3 minutes are over, you would not really be able to submit the test.